disrespecting me. I don't fuck with you cause you disrespecting me. I go hard cause
y'all can see me. All right, I'm here. I'm just making sure everything is okay. Go hard, cuz. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing good today. Obviously, I'm not in my same location, so child, hold on, make sure everything is straight. All right, y'all. I hope everybody's doing good. It looks like I have a good connection. Oh, God. Because I tried to stream yesterday, and that shit kept crashing. I think it's just a lot of people at this hotel, so it was not working. But I was like, let me try now. Okay, while the hotel is kind of emptied out. So I hope y'all are doing good. For y'all who don't know, I am in Texas. I'm in Austin. Y'all like the pink? Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm in Austin, Texas right now. It's cool. I've been here a few days. It's been a lot going on. I know the whole South by Southwest thing is going on. I haven't even been down there yet, but it's just been real busy. I've never been to Austin before, but y'all have a lot of food trucks, and y'all seem to have issues with like kids disappearing, because literally my phone, I tried to like go live like 10 minutes ago and it went off, Amber Alert. Then right before I hit live, another Amber Alert. So I don't know what's going on, honey. Catherine said T's trying to find a cowboy. Giddy up. Y'all are such a mess. But no, Austin seems cool. A lot of nice people down here. I'm trying to meet up with some folks in a little bit. So I'm excited to be here. It's definitely different. You know, it's definitely different from Minnesota. But yeah. Glad to be here. But I hope you guys are doing good. It's been a lot going on. I know I haven't like dropped any videos or gone live in a while. Just because, as most of you guys know, I've been working on my Diddy deep dive. And I dropped the volume 3. It dropped on Sunday. So thank you guys for the great feedback. I'm glad a lot of y'all are loving volume 3. Definitely a lot of nostalgia. But when I tell you, I am over this man at this point. And I think I'm probably going to end up having... Gosh, at this point with all the stuff that keeps coming out, it'll probably end up being 5 volumes. 5 volumes, okay? This is longer than my Master P deep dive. I broke Master P down in 2 volumes, a total of 8 hours. This Diddy deep dive, I think I'm up to at least 12 hours worth of just everything. So it's been a lot, but I feel like I'm making an R. Kelly Trapped in the Closet. Remember? Yeah, like that. I think what was that, like 20-part series of being trapped in the closet? For y'all who know, y'all know. Okay, that's how I feel. I feel like this whole Diddy deep dive is the new R. Kelly Trapped in the Closet. So it's been a mess, but oh my gosh, it's just so much to cover. And then it's like so much had been coming back to me, especially when I was going through the making of the band era. And I was thinking about all the like the shady shit he did to like not only the band but Day 26 and you know Danny D. Kane. So a lot of things just really came flooding back. I'm like, this dude really ain't shit. This dude really is a demon child. So like I said, I'm gonna just keep tugging away and keep working at it until I'm satisfied and I feel like okay, I can, you know what I'm saying, put a stamp on it and be done. So just thank you guys so much for the support. I'm really happy that y'all are loving the deep dives. Like I said, it's just taken a lot of us through a lot of whirlwind of emotions. So I definitely appreciate the love and support as far as that goes. For people who were removed from the Discord because they turned red, even though we made like several announcements, like you need to set up a ticket so we can turn you black blue, because they've been doing all these upgrades with Upgrade Chat. Once again, if you were removed, do not DM me. I don't be in my DMs like that. Send an email. So, and make sure you have your receipt showing your past 6 months payments that we asked for. So when you send an email, the receipt should be attached. Once we see that, we'll be able to let you back in. So for people who are DMing me, don't even message me on Discord, because I don't answer my Discord messages like that because I'm really busy in my editing. So just send the email, because once the emails go through, I just forward those over to the mods. So just the FYI, I appreciate it. So there's a lot to talk about. It looks like the Wi-Fi is Wi-Fiing, so we can get started. Thank goodness. Shit, I'm like, please don't drop. You know, when you're not at home, you can't control nothing. So what are we gonna talk about first? Let's see here. So we have, okay, oh God, Don Lemon and Elon Musk. Okay, they're low key beefing, and Don Lemon is once again, you know, being the messy bottom that he is. He took to social media yesterday, just so happy with glee about him and Elon's beef, and he couldn't wait to spill the tea. You know, he forgot that's why he got fired the last time, but he couldn't wait to spill this tea about him and Elon Musk, and now it's all over Good Morning America. So we're going to go ahead and watch what he had to say about the drama that went down between him and Elon Musk. Because I guess now he's trying to be the bastion of free speech, which to me is just fucking comical. But let me go ahead and pull this up here real quick. I think it's this tab. Yeah.
It's anything about the show except for my relationship with Elon and X. And there's a whole lot that went down, and I'm going to tell you about in the coming days. I know, though, that many of you were not happy that I was doing this in the first place, and you told me so. I just want you to know that I did this deal because not only do I believe in free speech, but I believed that this was the best possible chance for the work that I'm doing to reach the largest amount of people. So speaking of free speech, right, I thought the first person interviewed, no brainer, Elon Musk, the man who calls himself a free speech absolutist. I asked him to do it. He willingly agreed to the interview. Throughout our conversation, I kept reiterating to him that although it was tense at times, I thought it was good for people. Hi, everyone. And that they would learn from our conversation, learn more about him, learn more about me. But apparently, free speech absolutism doesn't apply when it comes to questions about him from people like me. What did we talk about? Why is he so upset? Does he even have a reason to be upset? Make sure you watch it on Monday on YouTube and everywhere you listen to podcasts, and you can decide for yourself. You can even watch it on X because I'm still going to post it there, and I'm sure others will as well. For people.
Then he says, news for me, hashtag Don Lemon Show. He says, Elon Musk has canceled the partnership I had with X, which they announced as part of their public commitment to amplify more diverse voices on their platform. He informed me of his decision hours after the interview I conducted with him on Friday. The interview will remain the premiere episode of the Don Lemon Show on Monday, March 18th. I'm not going to read the rest because I just don't care. But we're going to watch what they had to say on Good Morning America. So let's watch this together here.
A high-profile deal between two unlikely partners imploding after a confrontational interview between former CNN anchor Don Lemon and Elon Musk turned tense during a taping of the new The Don Lemon Show that was supposed to debut next week on Musk's platform X. Lemon pushing the billionaire behind ventures like SpaceX and Tesla for allowing tweets that endorse anti-Semitism and conspiracy theories.
Hate speech on the platform is up. Do you believe that X and you have some responsibility to moderate hate speech on the platform? That you wouldn't have to answer these questions from reporters about the Great Replacement Theory as it relates to...
I don't have to answer this question.
Great Replacement Theory relates to Jewish people. Do you think that...
I don't have to answer questions from the reporters. Don, the only reason I'm doing this interview is because you're on the X platform and you asked for it. Otherwise, I would not do this interview.
The interview also covering topics like Musk's depression and drug use, as well as the businessman's recent conversations with former President Donald Trump.
Did he ask you for money?
He didn't.
Hours later, Lemon says he received a short text from Musk that read, "Contract is canceled."
They were a distribution partner. So he never was my boss. They never had any editorial control of the show.
Musk firing back in a post on X, saying the show's approach was basically just CNN, but on social media, which doesn't work. X's own account online defending its right to terminate the relationship, but adding, quote, "The Don Lemon Show is welcome to publish its content on X without censorship." The move reigniting arguments about the balance of free speech and misinformation on the platform.
Free speech is meaningless unless you allow people you don't like to say things you don't like.
As for Lemon, he was fired from CNN last year following controversial comments about women, including then Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley, that were seen as sexist and ageist.
Nikki Haley isn't in her prime. Sorry. When a woman is considered to be in her prime in her 20s and 30s and maybe 40s.
Lemon publicly apologized at the time, saying he was committed to doing better. As for what's next, a spokesperson for Lemon tells NBC News he expects to still be paid for the partnership, but an X representative says there was no signed agreement between the Don Lemon show and X, setting the stage for a potential legal showdown. As far as the interview, Lemon says it will post on Monday on YouTube as well as X, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I forgot to mute the microphone. So I was just seeing y'all's comments. So I hope it sounded better near the end. But okay, so as far as this whole situation with him and Elon Musk, like I said, I don't care. I think it's disingenuous on both parts. First of all, concerning Don Lemon, I have not forgot how he treated the unvaxxed when he was on CNN. Nobody could get a word in edgewise. He didn't want to hear any like ulterior conversations concerning it. He didn't want to know anything else. If you weren't vaxxed, it's almost like, I think him and Chris Cuomo, they had said something really crazy, like we should all like just be sent away and, just all this nonsense. He was very nasty. So I just find it very interesting now that in 2024, because he's been fired from CNN, now he wants to be the bastion of free speech when he wasn't that way during C-19. Okay. I don't forget shit and I keep receipts. So to me, for him to even be coming at Elon about, his platform and not allowing this, and that, you worked on a platform for years where y'all spread a lot of misinformation about C-19. No apologies were had. You guys were saying that if people weren't vaxxed, they literally, should not even be a part of society. Okay. And again, he was eventually fired because of the comments he made about, older women and whatever else. And, just once again, being messy. Now, I also don't feel bad for Elon Musk either. Because at the end of the day, he has always come off like the type that what's good for the goose is not good for the gander. You know what I'm saying? So other people can get comments made at them and, racist comments, whatever, X has just turned into a shit show. Between the porn and the nonsense, it's just a shit show on there. But as long as it's not directed towards him, he doesn't care. And I think that was the issue, is that basically Lemon Pepper Stepper, Don Lemon, Lemon Pepper Stepper 2, because the first one is Lem on Bad Girls Club, he kind of crossed the line. And Elon felt like, how dare you? How dare you ask me questions about the Jews? And how dare you ask me questions about my platform? You should be groveling at my feet. You should just be happy that I'm giving you a big platform to basically express yourself. So I think Don went into that situation definitely being messy. I don't think he necessarily went in appreciative or, happy to be interviewing Elon Musk. I think he went into it. He knew what he was doing. He knew he wanted to ask questions. So that way he could get back in the good graces of the mainstream media. Because as soon as it happened, he ran to Twitter, bitch, went live or whatever, Instagram, and was like, oh, y'all, look what happened. And, Elon this, and now he let me out my contract. Just a gossiping nanny. So I feel no ways about either one of them. I don't care. I think, like I've said before, for the Elon Musk fanboys, I think he's a fraud. He's invented nothing. He's just the face of everything. But as far as like the technical know-how, nothing. Okay. So I'm gonna let Elon continue to kill them pigs with the Neuralink. Okay. And his Tesla cars, they're having all types of issues right now. But yeah, I have no dog in this fight. I don't care about either one of them. Don Lemonhead can move around. I'm not watching his interview. I don't care. Because again, it's funny that now he wants to be the bastion of free speech and, people being able to express themselves. But that's not what you were pushing when you were on CNN. If you didn't lean y'all's way, There was no in between. There was no that person's opinion. So I lost respect for CNN. I haven't watched CNN since probably around C19. I haven't watched them. I no longer tune into Fox either. I just think both stations are full of crap. So I mainly watch like not mainstream, excuse me, like online news and like online news personalities. So I watch a lot of that stuff, or overseas news. You guys know I was a big fan of Weon. Now Palkeisha, she's moved to First Post, so I still watch First Post a lot. But as far as like CNN, Fox, they're all trash. They're all the same. If the second you don't agree with how they're thinking and you veer a little bit to the left or veer a little bit to the right, it's an issue. So yeah, he doesn't get any kudos from me at all. I think he did this just to go viral. He's looking for a moment, and what better moment than to put Elon Musk on blast and in a tough position. So basically, he just used him to try and get back in the mainstream media's good graces. So we'll probably see him getting a job, at MSNBC or, something like that. But again, I'm not about to cry tattooed tears for somebody who was fired from CNN. He walked away with a $25 million settlement. So I think that's more than enough for him and his boyfriend to live comfortably. Okay, so this is not like somebody getting laid off, like all these layoffs that have been happening around, not only the industry, but around the country. I'll save my tears for them. Don Lemon is fine. Arlisa says, so basically Elon Musk is the Diddy of Tesla. Now, I'm not going to say he's out here doing freaky shit because I ain't got no proof. But as far as like how Diddy lied and made it seem like he wrote his music and, made the beats and was really in the studio producing, yeah, that's Elon. He didn't produce shit, okay? Elon wants to have the persona of Tony Stark's, but the Discord clocked his tea 3 years ago, okay? We clocked his tea. We did a whole, breakdown on Elon Musk in one of our Zoom meetings. So we're not big fans of his. I'm here for, Twitter and X or whatever, because I don't think people should be censored necessarily. I think people should have the right to say, for the most part, what they want to say within reason. My biggest issue with X is not even like the racist comments and stuff. I don't care. I've been on the internet long enough where, okay, what I'm saying? They're not going to say it to your face. But my biggest issue with X is the porn. It's the porn that I'm not following, that I'm not subscribed to, that's constantly on my timeline. When I'm on there looking at news, I don't want to see somebody getting their asshole rammed with a bottle. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of the incest porn. Dad smashes barely legal stepdaughter. Mom have sex with, barely legal son. Like, what the fuck? That's my biggest issue with X. It's just all the weird, disgusting porn on there. It's getting very incestuous. It's just weird. And I don't know why they don't clean this up. It's starting to be a nuisance at this point. So that's my biggest issue. As far as like, the trolls or people being, anti-Semitic or racist, I could care less. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the wild, wild west of social media back in the early 2000s, 2009s, 2010s, when everything was fair game. So I'm just not that sensitive like some people are. Cancel culture can kiss my ass. I could care less about the cancel culture movement, that takes place on social media because it just looks good. And then within the month, the same people that y'all canceled are right back doing the same thing. So yeah, that's my issue. Is just there's a lot of like just disgusting porn on there. So I think he really needs to clean that up first and foremost, because there are kids on Twitter and they shouldn't be inundated with porn. Because again, these are not channels that I'm following. These are not people that I'm following. And it's on my timeline. It's on kids' timelines. So be very careful what you let your kids sit around and watch on there. Yeah, so for me, I just don't care about this beef between the two of them. I think they're both full of crap. So let me go ahead. We got to talk about this situation. I feel bad for Wendy. So I went back because I wasn't able to watch it, her documentary, just because it was a lot to take in. So I ended up binge watching it, and I watched all 4 episodes, and it was really hard to watch. It was really hard to see what she once was and how she's a shell of herself. And I was really proud of little Kevin, though. The way he sat up there and just, explained everything. And, they had receipts showing like when Wendy was under their care, she was a lot healthier. She was more coherent compared to these strangers or, these bot friends that are supposed to be taking care of her. But I thought it was really sad to watch, And again, I know we talked about this in the last stream where people are like, oh, that's her karma and things like that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. At the end of the day, again, everybody indulges in some type of gossip and mess, right? If that's the case, you wouldn't have all these tea channels. You wouldn't have all these gossiping ass men on social media. You wouldn't have the shade room. Hell, you wouldn't have my damn channel, okay? So everybody engages in, trying to find out mess and what's popping in somebody else's business, right? Because our own lives are so boring. We got to be, involved in everybody else's shit. So if that's her karma, then everybody would be getting karma because everybody gossips. Everybody gets themselves involved in business that has nothing to do with them at the end of the day, okay? Everybody is guilty, okay? Myself included. Reporting live right now from another bitch's business, okay? So I don't believe that. I really think what broke this woman down is her ex-husband. This is somebody that she had been with for years. He was supposed to be her protector. They got it from the mud together. I remember when people used to argue with me when I would tell folks that Kevin is a very intricate part of the Wendy brand. And people just acted like he was just some bum ass dude. And it's like, no. Kevin did a lot to get Wendy's brand to the next level. He was able to get her that show for 12 years. He's the one who brought her channel here to YouTube. So he was very intricate in her brand. And when you are building a brand, you have to have people around you that you trust, that you can lean on. And what better person to lean on and trust than your significant other? Okay? So this is all she's ever known. They went through hella miscarriages. They finally had their son. They got the money that neither one of them could have ever dreamed of. You know what I'm saying? And so to have all that for 20-something years, only for him to, it's one thing if this man steps out on his marriage, right? Because motherfuckers are going to cheat. That's just what it is, right? Especially when they've been in relationships for a long time. Maybe you have the unicorn husband who has never cheated in y'all's 20-year relationship. Bless your heart and bless his heart. But for the average relationship, especially when you're talking about celebrity and people who have wealth, there will be some infidelity. It just is what it is, right? So it's one thing for him to step out on the marriage, but once you create a child with somebody, and remember, this broad got pregnant not once but twice. We clocked her first pregnancy. She aborted that child, then turned around and got pregnant again. So once the child is there, there's no way to play that off. There's no, if people can speculate all day like, oh, Kevin's unfaithful, Kevin's cheating. At the end of the day, it's just speculation, right? But once there's a baby, there's no more speculating. That is the result of the affair. And that is a constant reminder to a woman. That is a slap in the face. So even though many women can get over infidelity, they can get over their man sleeping with somebody else. Okay, a lot of women have taken back their cheating husbands. I know everybody on the internet acts super tough, and I would never. A lot of y'all would, have, and will. I have. Okay, I'm not about to sit here in front for nobody. Because you want to make things work, and when you've been with somebody for a long time, everybody doesn't want to start over. So sometimes you feel like, okay, this is just this one time. He'll never do it again. It was a mistake. Women are more forgiving, unfortunately. We will take a man back. We will let a man, it was just a mistake, a one-time thing. Men, not so much. Okay? You cheat on a man, it's like they're never again, you're just the whore, you're for the streets. It doesn't happen when the roles are reversed, which is unfortunate. Very rare. So she takes him back over and over again. She already knows that he's having this whole love affair with, I forget her name. Y'all can write her name in the chat. Sharonda or some shit. And so now she ends up getting pregnant. The baby's here. That is enough to cause an emotional breakdown for anybody. You know, like, take the celebrity aside, take aside that she's worth millions of dollars, put aside that she's Wendy Williams. That's enough for the average woman to have a mental breakdown. Because there's nothing more disrespectful than your husband, than your significant other, than your boyfriend, not only carrying on an affair, but having a child. And especially when, her name is Sharina. Thank y'all. Sharina Hudson. Okay. I just be calling her the side chick. But, you know, the fact that this baby is not evident of their affair, that's enough to break down some women. And I think ever since that happened, Wendy has not been the same mentally. And then you got to also realize, too, this is a woman who reports on other people's infidelities, other people's breakups, other people's, you know, situations. And now she's going through the same thing that she has spent years reporting on. And so it's like, how do you handle that as a Wendy Williams when that's your job, to run your mouth about everybody else's business, but then when it's your tea, you know, you're asking for privacy and respect? Oh, no, bitch, ain't no privacy and respect, because you didn't give that same grace to other people. So I think this really broke her. Now, what's very insulting to me is that not only is she going through all this financial stuff, Wells Fargo is keeping her money. She has no access to her money. And I don't know, like, that really disturbs me more than anything. This is a black woman at the end of the day who worked hard for her money fair and square. Y'all may not like how she got her money, but she worked hard for her money. She built her brand. She worked every day on that show for like 12 years or so. I could not see the same thing. I could not see this happening to Harvey Levin of TMZ. He does the same thing, probably even worse, because he actually brings real receipts and really blasts his people. But nobody talks about Harvey Levin's karma. The fact that they were able to basically block this black woman's money is extremely disturbing. The fact that, okay, fine, even if you say that mentally she's not all there, because there's definitely some things, the elevator is not going all the way upstairs when I watched that documentary. But you know whose elevator did go all the way upstairs? Her son, her sister, very articulate woman, has herself together, her nephew, her niece, even her father, who's like, I don't know, 90 years old or something. That entire family, I was blown away. This isn't like just some crazy, you know, crackhead family, you know, in the projects, in the trailer park. That's the way that the media was making it sound. That's what I thought I was going to see, a bunch of like conniving people. And what I saw from that documentary was people who really cared about her. So I just think it's really, really sad that she's going through this, and that she has no access to her money, and that her family, her black family, don't have access to her money. But everybody else does. And I think part of that, let's keep it real, like I always tell y'all, the money's not in the banks. I don't care if you put $100 in the bank or $100,000. Your money's not there. Drop 50 grand in the bank and then try and get it out the next day. They won't have it. You'll have to wait a few days. If it's not an electronic transfer from business to business, they're not just going to hand you $50,000 in cash. So I think what's going on with her money is that they are using her money. Wells Fargo and whoever, they are using her money. Because that woman is worth millions of dollars. They're using her money to put out loans, bank loans, student loans, mortgage loans, car loans. And plus the interest rate right now is super high on everything. Housing interest rate, car interest rates. A few years ago, you could get a car with good credit, on less than 3%. Now you're lucky if you can get it at between 6 and 8%. They are using that woman's money. That is why she has no access to it. They done borrowed that woman's money and they don't have the funds to give it back to her right now. So they're trying to make her and her black family go through all this legal tape. And it's sad. It's really sad to watch. Because you don't see this with other people. I haven't seen this with other races of people. I'm sorry. Maybe I've missed something. If you can name the white woman who made millions of dollars over the years, whose money is just stuck at Wells Fargo that she doesn't have access to, please write it in the chat. Because I can't think of any. But I could be wrong. So now, with everything that she's going through and her not having access to her money, here comes Kevin's biscuit head ass. Like, I was shocked when I seen this. Marty had posted this on my page yesterday. Let me share my thing here. Okay. So Kevin Hunter is now taking her back to court and he's demanding 2 years worth of payments. This is insane to me. So they're saying Wendy's ex-husband Kevin Hunter said he's not received payments from his divorce settlement since the talk show host was placed under court-ordered guardianship. In turn, he is requesting 2 years of back pay according to the court documents obtained by Radar Online. He says, I have not been receiving my severance payments since January of 2022, which the plaintiff is required to make the pursuant pay. This is an emergent matter because I rely on the severance payment for my living expenses. Having been without income for 23 months has affected me greatly, he added. Therefore, I respectfully request the court require Wendy to immediately pay all severance payments, which may be due and owing at the time of the court order. That is what Kevin said. Well, now today, while he's waiting for his check, Wendy is facing federal tax lien over $500,000 in unpaid taxes. Who is managing this woman's money? Wells Fargo says she and her black family can't have access to it. Why are they not paying taxes with her money? That's how you know there's something nefarious going on. Wendy has no access to this money. So why is she facing federal tax liens? Why is Wells Fargo and whoever has access to her money, why are they not facing the federal tax liens? It doesn't make any sense. They're saying longtime talk show host, her New York City condo, which she bought for $4.5 million in 2021, is now under a lien per legal documents by the outlet. The government granted the lien in January, and it was recorded with the New York City Department of Finance in early February. Williams reportedly failed to pay the federal taxes amounting to $500,000 in 2019 and 2021. Once again, how is she supposed to pay these taxes when she has no access to her money? She's not even able to pay for her cost of living. But y'all want her to pay for taxes? It doesn't make any sense. So now what's even more interesting is this same man who's saying that he's broke and he needs help. He's on vacation right now. Let me show y'all this. He's in Belize, having a good old funky time. So right now he's in Belize with Sharina. She wrote down, unbelievable. Belize, you are magical. That's her getting off. It looks like a private jet to me. That don't look like Delta Airlines or American Airlines or United, but I might be wrong. It looks like, this is above my pay grade. Looks like she's coming off of a private jet. This was her birthday present. He took her to Belize. Candlelight dinner. Them in the water. Does this look like a broke man to y'all? The audacity of him to be trying to sue Wendy to fund his lifestyle to travel. How about him and Sharina, the side chick, get a real job? Instead of mooching out for her, why not go get a job? Like, this is insane to me. He sees what she's going through. He sees what her family's going through, what their son is going through, and you're just piling onto her problems by trying to demand more money so you and your side chick, baby mama, can go on trips to Belize. I mean, it's disgusting. Neither one of them have no job and no shame. I mean, you can't make this up. They're literally frolicking the beaches of Belize right now on Wendy's dime. Everything that woman worked hard for, she has nothing to show for it. And he's just able to move on and pick up and just start a whole new life. It's insane. But like I said before, even when I did the video on Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, then I told y'all, be careful who y'all built with. Because you can either build with somebody on a solid foundation or it can be built on sand and you can lose everything. So I feel really bad for her. And I think this is what is causing her mental breakdown. The fact that she drinks like that. Like, I didn't know she was an alcoholic like that. I remember when she went into rehab, but it was sad watching that documentary and just watching her. Like, they had to hide bottles from her downing whole bottles of liquor. That's sad that is what her life has amounted to. So I feel really bad for her. It was really, really hard for me to watch that documentary. I take no glee, pleasure. To me, that's not karma. That is sad. That is really sad. And I think people need to also look at the big picture because something is not right. The fact that this woman worked that hard her whole life and they can just keep her money and say that we're not her guardian. So the whole thing is really sad. It looks like it's saying that I still have an excellent connection, so I'm hoping. I seen somebody say that it was buffering. I don't see it buffering on my end, so I hope it's still going good for y'all. I know we got over 4,000 people in here, so shout out to y'all. Yeah, I definitely feel bad for Wendy. Let me go ahead and read some of these super chats here. David sent $4.99. Thank you so much, David. Appreciate you. A trip down memory lane says, we missed you. I miss you guys too. I feel like I haven't been on here in so long. So I'm glad you're able to tune in today. I know I'm going a little bit earlier than I usually go. Bree, let me see here. Just refreshed. Bree sent $19.99 says, I told you I was going to cut up. The instructions were clear as day in order to get into the Discord. And some of them couldn't get it right at their big ages. Anyways, it's all love. I'm finally a part of the Discord gang now. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, that's why I don't open it up too often. It's just too much of a headache. People don't be reading the instructions. They just want to get in there. And it just causes, it's just too much of a headache. That is why at this point, I only open it up 4 times a year. Because we got other stuff to get into. You know what I mean? And I want everybody who comes into the Discord to like really mix and mingle and get to know people and just become a part of the family. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all. Shout out to all the new members that made it in this month. V Queen sent $4.99 says, hello T, hope you're doing good. I was removed from the Discord even though my March payment went through. Can I please get back in? Yes, V Queen and others. I said this at the beginning of the stream. If you're one of the ones who did not turn yourself back blue and you were kicked out of the Discord by the bots, you need to send an email. Don't DM me. Don't send me messages on Discord. Don't tweet me. Send me an email to lovelyti2002@yahoo.com with your receipts, with a screenshot of your receipts, and then I will get that to the mods and they'll get you back in. So make sure you guys do that. But yeah, don't tweet me, don't DM me, because I'm not in my DMs like that. Because Mace DM'd me the other day, and it took me like a while to even see his message. I really do not be in my messages like that, just because these fandoms are insane, and I'm over it. It's like I'm just over the fandoms in my DMs. So at this point, I just don't even go in there. I'm like, child, if you haven't been in my DMs, I don't even check the new stuff. So just email me. It's just a lot quicker and a lot easier that way. So thank you, V Queen. Yazelle sent $5, says, T, I'm super glad you're live. I miss seeing your face. I'm working, but YOLO, I'll listen. Just finished volume 1 of the deep dive. Great job. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm really glad that you liked it. And make sure you check out volume 2 and 3 as well. Shy B sent $20, says, hey T, great work on the deep dive. Perfect timing for the live. I have some overtime to do. That's what's up. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate the feedback. Miss A sent 5, says, hey T Sippers, I enjoyed your deep dive on T. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Dee Dee Watson says, hey T, looking good in pink. Hope you're having a good day. I am. Thank you so much, sis. Hey Mimi sent $9.99, says, hey T, tomorrow's my birthday. How did you know I wanted you to go live? Thanks for the birthday stream. Hey T Sippers, hey Discord gang. P.S. There are some good Pisces out here. Happy early birthday to you. And yeah, there are definitely some decent ones. You know, unfortunately, you guys are far and few between. But you know what I'm saying? There are some cool ass Pisces. So shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's y'all season. Enjoy. Patiently waiting for Leo season. But no, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy your birthday tomorrow, sis. Let's see here. Ace sent $349, says, just wanted to show you love and support. It's almost 3 a.m. here in Bangkok. I gotta work tomorrow. I will watch the playback. Aries season is coming soon. Shout out to the Aries folks. My birthday is April 8th. Okay. So Aries is coming up. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming through. Let's see here. Jay Brown sent 5, says, T, I finally caught a live ever since joining the Discord. I will definitely be joining the events once I get my debt paid off. Love you, sis. Love you too, and thank you so much. Oh, and to the people going to Puerto Rico with me, I'm going to send out a mass email. We need to have a Zoom meeting just so I can get caught up with everybody, give you guys some information and stuff like that. So if you are on the list to go to Puerto Rico, it's about 20 people. Be on the lookout for the email. I'm gonna send it out tonight, so be on the lookout. One person canceled, but somebody else bought it right away. So the wait list, I think we have about 15 people on the wait list. So definitely, you know, be on the wait list because, like I said, somebody had to cancel and somebody else jumped right on it. So we are sending out emails for people on the wait list as well. But so far, everybody that we have, except for the one person, they're all coming. So if anything changes, you guys will be notified via the wait list. So thank y'all. Let's see here. Tiara Renee says, hey, I had to send my first super chat. When you're in my state, you look amazing. I can't wait for part 4 and 5 to drop because I'm hooked. I can finally screen Discord gang. I'm Lovelyti. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're in there. You, girl, I thought you had been in Discord. You didn't even come off like a newbie. So you made yourself right at home. So welcome to the Discord. So it's been nice just getting to know you and other people in there as well. So thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Shame Pretlow said $9.99. Or is it Shamise? Oh, okay. I think it's Shamise. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Says, I've been watching your deep dives while recovering from surgery. Thank you for all your hard work, research, and time keeping us entertained. You are so welcome, and thank you so much for the support. I'm really glad you're liking the deep dives. Ooh, it's been a lot. You know what I'm saying? It definitely takes you down memory lane. It does. And it was so funny when I just started rapping that Biggie verse because I'm like in the middle of editing, it just hit me, and I'm just like, because it's just so much nostalgia. It's like I'm constantly like pausing to like rap or sing something. So thank you so much. Amethyst Rain sent $9.99, says, hey T, I've been a T sipper for a while and finally got to show you support and love. Keep up the hard work. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming through. Miss Muchilla sent $9.99, says, hey T, Wells Fargo's been robbing people since they've been riding stagecoaches. Kelvin Hunter is trash. Love you, lady. Love you too, and thank you so much. Yeah, Wells Fargo's on one. Like I said, you know, once I seen what they were doing, I moved a lot of my stuff out of Wells Fargo. I still keep a Wells Fargo account just because they are all over the country. but I only keep a certain amount, like literally less than $2,000 in there, because they're just trash. So I just keep the bare minimum in there. Yeah. I'm really sad that that's another thing. This is another reason why you should have multiple bank accounts. Do not put all your money in one bank. Because again, if she had her money split up, like between like 4 and 5 different banks, at least she'd still have access to some of her money while she fought Wells Fargo. So please, if that's one thing I preach all the time when we talk about finances and stuff on Discord, have multiple bank accounts. Have multiple ones. You know what I'm saying? Do not just depend on one. I know it looks cute to see all your money in one place, but if that bank crashes, if they have some type of issue, all your money's literally in that one place. So you want to mix it up between 3 and 4 different banks. Also keep some cash on hand. You know, you want to just have a lot of different things in play. Let me see here. Against all odds says, are you going to talk about Kate Middleton's fake photo mess? I haven't really been keeping up with that. I know they said she had disappeared for like 2 months and then she came back. I didn't know it was a fake photo. I thought that was a real photo, but I might be wrong. I haven't been keeping up with the royalty. I know supposedly they said she had to go get stomach surgery or something like that. So I don't know what's going on with Kate Middleton. I hope it's not a repeat of, Princess Diana, child. So I hope she's okay, because I don't trust the royals at all. But I have to know more, so I don't want to really speak on it as far as like it being a fake picture. I'm not really sure. Let's see here. Trini Queen sent $19.99, says, hey T, this is my first time sending a super chat. Been a private tea sipper since you started growing your hair. Your deep dives are everything. Keep up the great work. Hopefully you can do an event in Dallas. Much love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see here. Chi-Chi Knows Best sent $19.99. Thank you so much, Chi-Chi. Appreciate you. Keaton sent $4.99, says, I'm a trucker tea sipper and I love your content. Thank you so much, Keaton. So let me see. I've been on here for 46 minutes. Okay, it's 3:13. I want to go ahead and talk about this. Okay, so the TikTok debacle. We got to talk about this. Let me share my screen. So right now, TikTok is definitely going through it. The U.S. is once again trying to ban them. So we're going to go ahead and watch this video. Give me just a second here.
Breaking news in our nation's capital. The U.S. House of Representatives has passed a bill that would ban TikTok in the U.S. unless its Chinese parent company sells the social media platform. KTLA's Trevor Shirley live in Washington with the latest for us. Trevor, good morning.
Frank, good morning to you as well. This vote just coming down in the House within the past hour or so. It was an overwhelmingly bipartisan vote. The final vote count coming in at 352 to 65. And because there was so much buy-in from both sides of the aisle, it could certainly influence how the Senate votes whenever this bill gets over to that side of Congress. The legislation comes amid growing concern over the Chinese government's ability to access data collected by TikTok.
This is a serious issue. We didn't come to it lightly.
Last week, a House committee unanimously passed the legislation that could potentially ban the social media app here in the U.S.
Algorithms, tracking people. It's dangerous for our young people, and we got to find a way to rein it in.
As it stands, the bill would force the Chinese company ByteDance to sell its ownership of TikTok or face a U.S. ban.
What we're dealing with here is very specific concerns about the structure of this company and its relationship with the Chinese government and the Chinese Communist Party.
The FBI and the FCC warned ByteDance could share TikTok user data with the Chinese Communist Party, something TikTok denies. But some lawmakers worry a ban could limit the rights of Americans.
Some of us are concerned that there are First Amendment implications here. Americans have the right to view information.
Supporters argue that's not the case.
Our bill is not an act of censorship. It is a safeguard for our citizens, a firewall against foreign adversary-controlled applications.
Others say Congress needs a more comprehensive approach to all social media, not just TikTok.
We can't just single out one. I don't think we fully appreciate the impact this is going to have.
Now, because we just saw such overwhelmingly bipartisan consensus on this legislation in the House, there's a really good sense now that senators will take a stronger look at this legislation and consider, because of that bipartisan support, whether or not that may influence how they end up voting on this. At this point, it's not clear when this legislation will make it over to the Senate for a vote or which way it could go over there either. That's
Okay, just want to unmute my microphone real quick. So that is what's going on right now with this whole TikTok situation, and I don't like it. It does not sit well with me at all. And my issue is this. It's the arrogance for me. It's the arrogance of America to tell a company in another country, regardless of if you like TikTok, if you use TikTok, if you think TikTok is the devil, that's your business. But at the end of the day, this is a company that was built in China. This is a Chinese company. So the arrogance of telling this company, either you sell to an American company or you won't be able to, we're not going to allow you to be used in our country at all. First of all, imagine if China put out that type of decree. Imagine if Xi Jinping came out and said, we want you to sell Facebook that's owned by Mark Zuckerberg or Twitter that's owned by Elon Musk. You must sell that to a Chinese company in order for you guys to, in order for us to allow Facebook and Twitter to be used in our country. It would never fly. Just think of it. It would never fly. Imagine if the Chinese demanded that. We'd literally laugh in their face and keep it pushing. So for us to demand that they need to sell their company that they built and made popular to us is insane. And also, another part of that arrogance is the fact that America acts like they're the only ones on the app. Y'all are not the only users on the app. You got the whole Europe is on that app. The whole Asia. How about Africa? Like, y'all are not the only people that use TikTok. This is a global application that's used all over the world. So to think that because you're going to ban it from being used in America, that's somehow supposed to affect them or sway them, to me is insane. It's insane. And I get, people saying, oh, it's a data issue. They're data mining. It could be used to attack us. What do you think Facebook and all of these social media apps are doing? They're all data mining. They're all selling us adverts. I miss the good old days of the internet where I could just surf the internet. Everything is an ad, and if you don't want to be bombarded with ads, now you're forced to pay subscriptions. Even here on YouTube, I pay subscriptions because I couldn't deal with the ads anymore. Because I'm like, at this point, these are not ads. Y'all are literally putting whole documentaries as an ad just so y'all can get the ad revenue. And I got tired of having to jump out my shower to hit skip. So I was like, fuck this shit. I pay for my ad subscription on here. I've been paying for like the past 2-3 years, and I have not looked back since. Literally everything on social media now is an ad. Oh, you don't want this big old ad in the middle of the article that you're reading? Subscribe. $2 a month, $3 a month. It's like, how many more people do I have to subscribe to? On top of subscribing to Netflix and Hulu, I'm subscribed to the Washington Post. I'm subscribed to Essence. I'm subscribed. It's insane. It's like you can't even enjoy the internet for what it once was. So I find it very comical that they're acting like, TikTok is doing something that all these other websites are not doing. They're selling our information as well. They're doing the same thing. And I'm not no big fan of China, of course, screw the CCP. But the point is, how do you demand something of them that would not fly if they demanded it of us? Now, if they choose to, remove everybody off of TikTok and just ban it from the U.S., then cool. America has the right to do that. You only control yourself. You can't control anybody else. So it's like for them to say that, y'all got to sell or else. If I was China, I would just have a cackle and keep it pushing. Y'all aren't the only people on our app. We have German users, Cambodian users. Like, what are y'all talking about? So that's the part I don't like. Like, I get it, but I don't like it. I think it's disingenuous. Just say that you guys are upset that Asian app is now the #1 app in America. And that money that TikTok is making is going to the CCP and not going to Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk or whoever, owns whatever American app, and you guys aren't able to tax it and get the money. This is what really boils down to. They're not seeing that revenue from TikTok. And TikTok, honestly, is a lot more fair. Like, they actually push people through the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? They actually have made it where people have been able to make, decent money. If you're one of those big creators, where if you're like, I guess, in the creator fund and stuff like that, you can make decent money on there. And even like people's businesses and stuff, like the business ads, they even have like a business creator fund. So it seems like a lot of people have been able to eat off of TikTok. And they don't suppress as much news. That's one thing I will say that I do like about TikTok. Is that you can go on there and you'll be able to find different conspiracies and different things. Whereas like on YouTube, it's getting removed. So, and don't get started on Facebook. You can't post anything on Facebook or Instagram without getting a warning or getting threatened to be thrown in some type of, internet jail. So I think that it has made a huge competition for them. And, yes, HMAN. No, I get cyber war. I talk about that all the time. Like, I get cyber war, right? Like I've been saying for years, the war is not going to be fought on the ground. It's going to be fought, cyber war. It's going to be fought not in space, but like, through the internet, through hacking and stuff like that. I get that. But again, it's just, to me, it's hypocritical to say that China's doing this and they're data mining and they're getting Americans' information when American apps do the same exact thing. Like, I don't feel like it's any safer because it's Mark Zuckerberg versus the owner of TikTok. I think it's wrong. But yeah, are they using it to infiltrate? Are they using TikTok as a form of war? You bet they are. I did a whole podcast on this 2 years ago when I told you guys, why is it that there's 2 different forms of TikTok? On the Chinese TikTok, I forget what it's called, Douyin, I think it's called. All they talk about is science and math and things to benefit their people. On American TikTok, you have to go search for like the more deep topics, but a lot of the things that's just going to be on your For You page is nonsense. It's little white girls dancing in crop tops and belly shirts, people doing goofy challenges. So yes, there's 2 different versions, but again, that's also on us as Americans. You know what I'm saying? It's also on you what you decide to take in, what you decide to spend your time watching. If you're going to watch something that can feed you and make you, you know what I'm saying, be better in life, then do that. If you're just going to watch a bunch of, content that dumbs you down, then that's on you. At the end of the day, nobody controls your phone. Nobody controls what you watch but you. Yes, there's algorithms, but I think everybody's aware now that how these algorithms work and how they'll take you down these rabbit holes and things like that. So you have to be aware and also fight the algorithm. If I let the algorithm control what I do, all I would watch on the algorithm is nothing but celebrity gossip and news, because that's all the algorithm is going to feed me. So I had to make a conscious effort to go look for things that, that feed you, to go look for things that are more conscious, to go look for things that are more, that make you more aware, to go find out what's going on in the world. You have to go search for that. You have to follow that type of content because they're not going to just give it to you automatically. So, that's where like some personal responsibility has to lie in. And I get it. People are saying, okay, well, what about the kids? Well, why are your kids spending just unlimited hours on TikTok anyways? Those are conversations you should be having with your kids about the algorithm and how it's making them do these stupid challenges that could hurt them and even kill them. So those are conversations that parents have to have. There's nothing I can do. These aren't, I'm not the mother of the internet. That's your job as a parent to have these conversations with your kids. So I don't know. I just think it's just very interesting. Like all this talk of banning it. Because even if you ban it, again, you're still going to have that dumbed down content on other platforms. So I think it's way deeper than that. I think what it is that, like I've been saying, like we're going through a financial crisis right now, an economic crisis. And so if TikTok is the #1 app and they're able to sell ads to advertisers and they're getting a bag for China, that's money that we're missing out on. And don't forget, a lot of people are leaving a lot of these social media apps. A lot of people are not on Instagram like that. They're not paying for the ads like that on Instagram. A lot of people are removing themselves off of Facebook. Most people are moving to sites like Rumble and, Twitter and things like that. So there's a lot of stiff competition right now. But yeah, it definitely goes deep. But you have to understand that, this is a war that's being fought. It's a war that's being fought for your attention. You know what I'm saying? Everything is based on likes. That's why I always say, whatever you pay attention to, whatever you like, whatever you share, you pump something up. You have the power to elevate it or to de-elevate it. So if you guys don't want people like Sexy Red winning and, their music becoming #1, then you don't watch it. You don't support it. Because it's going to feed what you support. Let me go ahead and read a few more of these super chats coming through here. Hold on. My page just refreshed. Deanie Darcel says, "Hey T, sending love. I can't believe I've been a subby on here for over a year and a month. I had to catch up on all the deep dives. Discord family, I miss y'all." We miss you too. Thank you so much for coming through, sis. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Then she sent another 5. She said, "And also work has been wild. We laid off 250 people with no warning. Most tenured employees, it's like a sinking ship over here. All because they effed up." Yeah, it's a lot going on right now. As far as like jobs, I know even down here in Austin, I heard they fired a lot of people from Google and YouTube who they had brought out here from Cali. So a lot of those people were laid off. I know Rooster Teeth, they just shut down the other day, completely laid off everybody. And then even in the music industry, there's been thousands of layoffs at like Atlantic, Universal, and a lot of these music corporations are now merging together as well. So it's getting crazy out here. It's getting crazy. And that's the thing. People feel like, okay, well, if somebody loses their job, it doesn't necessarily affect them. It affects everybody because that's somebody who's not in the economy, who has to change how they spend and things like that. If you're not working, are you going to be paying $20 a month for a Netflix subscription? Most likely no. If you're not working, are you going to be paying $5 for a Discord subscription? No. You know what I'm saying? So it does affect everybody, as far as that goes. So it is really sad, like the stuff that's going on right now, as far as like the economy and jobs and stuff like that. There's literally like no job loyalty. So it's like at this point, you got to find other hustles. You got to have multiple sources of income. Maybe even, I know we were having a good conversation the other day on Discord, because a lot of people are trying to go back to school for the trades. And shout out to my female Discorder. I can't think of your Discord name right now, but she went back to school, and she went back to school to be an electrician. And so like during the storms, like when electricity gets knocked out, it is her job to go up there and get everything, restarted. And she makes damn good money. So that might be something too that some of y'all might want to think about, is also going to go get certifications, get in a trade, because right now they are looking for people. They are looking for carpenters. They're looking for electricians, HVACs. the infrastructure is getting older. And what people are finding out is that for so long, they have hyped up corporate America in the suits. But now what they're realizing is that that really messed up a lot of stuff in America. And so right now, corporate, they're doing all these layoffs and they need things done in America. So they're paying like really good money. So that might be something to think about as well, is going back for like the trades, and also anything with internet security, online. And of course, medical is always, there's always going to be people getting older and sick and things like that. So that's always a good career path as well. So just some ideas for people, who might have been laid off, because they are definitely looking for people. I know they're even paying people to take classes for certain trades where they're paying you to do apprenticeship work and stuff like that. So just some ideas. Yeah, at one point there was a balance. Who wrote that? I like what she said. Stony in the chat says we need a balance. Yeah, we do. And at one point there was. And I just really feel like it was social media that really demonized blue collar work. Because when we were growing up, we had these trade programs in our high school. We had auto mechanic shop, home ec. I remember I was in welding class. We had wood shop. And so I was shocked to find out from a lot of y'all that y'all don't have that. I'm like, they got rid of home ec? That was like the best class. You knew you was going to eat a good meal, okay? Outside of lunch. But that was like just one of like the funnest classes. And so they got rid of a lot of that stuff, and everything was, climbing the corporate ladder and go to college to go get your education. And, getting your degree is good if you got a good degree. If you have a degree like in the medical field, if you're just getting a business degree, you can go to the University of YouTube. So I felt like when they started demonizing the trades and the certification programs, that is because they wanted people to get into debt. Because there's really no forgiveness. I don't care what Joe Biden says. There hasn't been any real forgiveness of student loans. Usually when you get a student loan, that is your loan for life. And think about how evil that is. That you'll give a kid who's 18 or 19 a $30, $40, $50,000 school loan that they may or may not finish. But if that same kid says, hey, I want a $50,000 loan to start my own business, they won't do it. Did I freeze? Am I frozen? Hold on. Oh, what is going on here? Okay, I don't know what happened, child. I guess I was talking too much about the trades because everything just froze and went black. Can y'all see and hear me now? Because I don't know, the telegraph was like, you're frozen. Okay, I'm ready to get up out of here now. That's weird. Okay, so y'all can see me? Can y'all hear me? Somebody said it's the echo or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. It just like, it was just frozen and then like it just went out. So, child, here we go again. But if I was talking about shaking ass and sucking dick, I wouldn't have no issues at all. Okay. That is crazy. All right. I'm good now. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. It's like everything just went black and froze up. Okay. Somebody said Rock Nation. Rock Nation shall crumble. Man, that rant from Tory Lane's dad lives in my head rent free. Rock Nation! JC! Yeah, it was them. He did that shit. If they said he did it, he did it. Okay. Let me finish my dang, all my other screens disappeared now too. I had to like refresh everything. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up my my IG. I want to talk about Drea real quick and get the hell up out of here. Let me see if I can pull it up. Dang, I was going in. Let me finish my, hold up. I remember what I was saying. I was talking about like the student loan. Let me finish my thought. Fuck Rock Nation. So anyways, I was saying this. Don't y'all find it funny how they will give a kid $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for a student loan to go to school and to get in debt? They may or may not finish, but they're still going to owe that money literally for life. But if that same kid says, hey, can I get a $50,000 loan because I want to start my own business? You know what I'm saying? I want to open up a restaurant, or I want to start my own cleaning business. I want to start my own, carpentry business. They won't give a kid a loan for that. That has never, ever, sat well with me. But they will give a kid a loan to, get into, a bunch of debt. That's why I be feeling like half this stuff just be a hustle. All right, let me pull this up about Draya. I think I hit on everything I needed to hit on, right? Let me make sure. Yeah. Okay, so Draya was the last topic. Oh, somebody said Joey is pregnant by her young baller. Let me Google that, Crystal. I didn't even know Joey was pregnant. Or Joy, whatever her name is. Her spelling always throws me. I think her name is Joy. Hold on, let me Google that. I didn't know she was pregnant. She's 36. Oh. Oh, Joey Chavez. Oh, I thought y'all was talking about Joy, the Bow Wow's baby mama. Hold on, let me go to her page. She's not that old. Ain't she in her 20s? Oh, they going in on her. First comment, 3 kids by 3 different men. She got that many kids? Let me share my screen. I didn't know. They said that she just announced it an hour ago. I didn't know she was pregnant. Hold up, wait a minute. Okay, I'm not listening to the music. We're just gonna watch. Somebody said 3 kids by 3 different men. All 3 men are millionaires. You go, girl. So many pregnancy announcements with no rings. Sheesh. Oh, today is the day to announce pregnancies, I see. Ain't this the one? Now, she is Little Baby's baby mama, or am I tripping? Is this the Joey Chavez? Oh, this is the Joey Chavez, Future's baby mama. Who is knocking at the door? Yes? Nope. So she's the one that's pregnant. Okay. I seen that Cash Doll was pregnant. I did see that. She is, ain't that Shy's mom, Bow Wow's baby mama too? She got a baby by Bow Wow, Future, and then now an NFL player. Okay. I ain't mad at her. She grown. So how old is this NFL player? Let me go ahead and Google. Because somebody said she was old. She's 36. How old is the NFL player? Okay, Trevor Diggins. He's 24. I keep telling y'all, these young dudes, they like these older women. So she's 36. He's 24. Okay. So she's pregnant. So now let me get back to the topic about Drea. Let me pull this up real quick here. Give me just a second. I'll pull up all my old screens. Okay, so some dude named London Brown basically went in on Drea. So Drea is replying back to him. So we're going to go ahead and watch this real quick. Let me add this to the stage.
NBA player had the kid by him, or is had him? She had him or had him? Got the kid by him, bro. She's passed around goods. So you think you're the guy because you got a pretty woman and she's pregnant. You don't know. Oh, you got to the party late. You don't know. She done chopped all of us off. But congratulations on the newborn. 22-year-old NBA player had.
He sound hella salty. So let me go ahead and pull up Dre's response. Drea says, I have never met this man a day in my life. I don't know why he feels the need to speak about me in a situation where he uses the term us. Brother, king, I don't know you. Didn't even know your name was London until today, right now. This is the second, this second. And I was asked about this. I've avoided the net altogether. Most bitch-ass tendencies I've endured the past few days. I won't be lied on, though. Stay blessed. I don't know who this man is. So that is what Drea has to say. Now, let me say this. Again, I don't know the whole ins and outs. I found out more because y'all was like sending me messages and shit about, how her and Jalen got together. And I guess supposedly Drea used to babysit his ex-girlfriend. And the ex-girlfriend, she's like 25. Her name was Drea. So that's how she kind of met Jalen, through the child that she used to babysit. And now then they broke up, and then Drea slid in there, right? So, yes, Drea is extra. You know what I mean? I do feel like at 40, 21, or he's 22 now. He just turned 22 February 9th. I do feel like that is young as far as like having a kid with him. Her dating him, it's legal. And I know people want me to like have some like different stance. I'm not. You know how many women attack me because I don't care when girls who are 18 plus date grown men? It's legal. Like y'all want to get mad at me. I go off of the laws. My only concern are underage children. The law says at 18, you can smash who you want to smash. Okay? If you want to be 18 and date Diddy or Leonardo DiCaprio, you are more than welcome to do so, per the law. And people can say, well, the law just doesn't justify it, morally. Okay, and you can say that. But again, people only really get into the whole morality thing when it's something they don't like or they don't participate in. Because at that case, we can pull up all types of stuff that are moral and immoral, right? But I'm just going off of the laws. Per the law, what she's doing is not illegal. Is it kind of tasteless and tacky? Yes, because it's like somebody said in the chat. She literally went into that relationship ovulating. She knew what she was doing. You 40 years old. Everybody knows how you can and can't get pregnant. And the fact that they've been together 8 months and you're 7 months pregnant, she went into that relationship like, I'm about to trap this little boy, right? But with that being said, I don't agree with all of these like angry men. I don't understand like this. I don't even know who this London dude is because I don't watch. Was he on BMF or something like that? He's on something. I don't watch him, so I've never seen this guy before. So I'm like, Drea, who is he? But for him to say that she's a pass around and, she topped all of us off, it's very interesting that these same men who are quick to call all these girls pass arounds, right? Because don't get it twisted. At one point in time, Drea, Joey, all these Instagram girls, they were a lot of these men's fantasies. A lot of these men wish that they could be with these women, right? These were the upper echelon, the baddies and everything else that all these men put on a pedestal. And so what happened is that they thought that once these women got older, they weren't able to bag them. So they assumed that once they got older, they would just, fall by the wayside and die. But what they don't realize is that a lot of these young dudes like older girls. They like older women, excuse me. And so they're still coming at them. But it's very interesting that he's quick to say that she's a pass around, right? Yes, thank you, Shani. They're mad because their preferences did not prefer them. Let's keep it real. These are their preferences, they're ambiguous. They got the, build a body, they're beautiful women, and they just didn't prefer them. So they feel away. So they're going for these younger, ballin' ass NFL, NBA guys, right? But my thing is, if she's a pass around, what is Dickless Cannon? All that weirdo does is pass around dick. But you'll never see any of these men come and hold him accountable. And he's actually creating broken homes. Drea has all her children in one home. So if she's a pass around, what about Dickless Cannon? He has been passed around more than any man in recent times. Not only being passed around, but also creating life with all these different women. What about NBA YoungBoy? Is he a pass around as well? So I mean, if we're gonna say that somebody's a pass around and a hoe, let's keep the same energy. Okay, fine. Drea's a pass around. She's a hoe. Okay. So what about Dickless Cannon? So he's not because he's a man? He's doing the same thing, but in reverse. He's creating all these kids with all these, so-called beautiful women, and he's using them. He's using their youth. It ain't like he's knocking up a bunch of 40-year-olds. Let's keep that real. Y'all not ready for that conversation. And he's 40. Drake just slid into not one but two girls' DMs, and they're 21. Again, I don't care because they're of age. But why is it an issue when it's an older woman and a younger guy? But when it's an older guy and a younger woman, it's nothing but praises. When Joe Budden bagged Sin Santana, I recall so many people on the internet giving him props. I know that's right, Sin a baddie. Okay, Joe pulling him. Sin was 23 years old at the time. She's grown. She's old enough to make her decision if she wants to get with Joe. So I don't understand, Joe is so upset at Draya for doing the same thing he did to Sin. Oh, is it because Draya was one of your preferences and she thought you didn't, you wasn't it for her? That's how I feel. I feel like a lot of these guys are coming from really bitter, angry places. And it's just very strange because they don't seem to have the same energy. Yes, Diddy and Lori. And Lori was talking to the Sun at one point in time. And remember, they all went on that double date. Diddy, Lori, Steve Harvey, Marjorie. So I just don't have the energy to care about this situation. Do I feel like Drea got pregnant on purpose? Absolutely. I think she went into that with that mind frame. I also feel like Jalen is also using Drea as his beard because Jalen has a lot of suspect ways about himself. So I think for them, a fair trade ain't no robbery. She wanted a baby. He wants people to not, to stop calling him gay and bi. There we go. But it's just very interesting seeing the responses of, the men online, even some of the women, who are online, dragging her and she's all types of whores and hoes. But then in the same breath, y'all praise Nick Cannon. He's so woke. Yes, King. Yes, King. I guess. To me, it's all the same thing. He's a man who has a bunch of kids by a bunch of baby mamas. She's a woman who has a bunch of kids by a bunch of baby mamas. Joey Chavez is a woman who has a bunch of kids by a bunch of baby daddies. Kamora Lee Simmons. She got a bunch of different baby daddies. Only the two, and then they're like different races at that. So I just feel like people don't give folks the same energy. It just depends on who it is. No, a lot of people, Joe, are praising Nick Cannon. Most of the people who are calling Nick Cannon out are women. A lot of the dudes are praising him. They don't see nothing wrong with it. Oh, he has the money. That's what most guys say about Nick Cannon. When the conversation about Nick Cannon is he has money, he can afford to take care of them. Oh, he be pulling a bunch of bad bitches. All his baby mamas are fine. Those are usually the comments you see when it comes to Nick Cannon. Same with NBA Youngboy. He's young, he rich. Lil Durk, he young, he rich. Lil Wayne, he rich. He ain't young no more. So the energy is always different. And again, I don't think none of it is cute. All these folks out here, you know, having all these kids willy-nilly by different men and different women. But it's just very interesting that the energy is not the same. Like, I just been seeing a lot of people having smoke for her and solely her. And it's just very strange. Because I'm like, she's not doing anything different than a lot of these male celebrities are doing. But somehow everybody's so mad at her. When the energy should be the same. If y'all feel like young people, you know, should be left alone and shouldn't be dating older people even though it's legal, then that's fine. Keep the same energy though. Because again, in the same breath, when Drake was, I forgot, who was the girl that Drake was trying to holler at? Y'all can write it, I forgot. Nobody was really dragging him in the same breath as Drea. I mean, you'll have people like, oh, he's a pedo, which to me is stupid. Y'all use the word pedo very loosely at this point, where it doesn't mean anything, because that's not what a pedo is. You can't be a pedo smashing somebody who's legally of age. That's not how it works. You can wish it all you want, but that's not how it works. Because if that's the case, a lot of people be locked up. It wasn't Millie Bobby Brown. It's some new light-skinned girl. Lotto's sister, thank you. With Love 03, thank you. It's Lotto's little sister. That's who it was. She's 21. Millie Bobby Brown, she was underage, and that was something. Well, I'm not talking about that was years ago. I'm talking about Lotto's little sister. That's the one. Then there was somebody else. There was another girl who posted screenshots of Drake sliding in her DMs. She looked like she was black and Asian. I don't know her name. So again, the energy is very different. And, you know, it's not like, okay, even if people don't condone this or are mad about the situation, what do y'all plan on doing about it? Besides sitting in the shade room writing dissertations. Y'all gonna whoop his ass? Like, y'all gonna go fight Jay Lee? Y'all gonna fight Drea? Like, what can people really do about this situation? But sip tea and move on. And then when she has the baby in a few months, everything's gonna be like, oh, the baby's so cute, and oh, she looks just like you. So the energy is fake. It's just a bunch of fake outrage at this point. Yeah, I mean, they're literally harassing this woman. But Drea's also an idiot too. Can I speak on that? Drea, you're an attention whore, because you knew damn well this relationship is not a standard relationship, and nobody was necessarily just going to come out the woodwork praising you. So you also were looking for attention. You're who should have kept your pregnancy private. Haley Bailey tried to keep her pregnancy. Halle Bailey tried to keep her pregnancy private, and nobody cared. We all knew she was pregnant any damn way. But Drea, you really should have kept your pregnancy private. You really should have just popped up a year from 9 months from now, whatever, and been like, here goes my child. So again, looking for attention, looking for a check. You threw all common sense out the window. Now you're dealing with all this stress. Because she posted something earlier on the Shade Room. And I feel no ways, because again, nobody told you to come out the woodwork telling all your damn business. Especially when you know you're not in a conventional relationship that people are not going to support. Let me see if I can find it. All these pregnancy announcements, child. Okay, here it is. So this is what she had just wrote on the Shade Room. She says, I feel like I'm at the bottom of a pile of heavy humans. Most hours of the day, I feel like I'm struggling to breathe. The top comment says, let's see here. She's a human having a baby. No crime has been committed. Have y'all's opinions. You want this level of degradation is disturbing. Other people are saying the same thing. You should have kept the pregnancy private and kept your peace. Let me see. Was somebody else said something that made me cackle. They were saying the heavy humans that you feel on you are all the guys you were smashing. I don't make me cackle. You know the shade room ain't shit. That's what they were saying in there. I can't find that comment now. But again, I think as a grown adult, she should have had enough common sense and wherewithal to know that this is not the type of pregnancy and type of situation that you go announcing, that everybody's not going to be happy for you. People are not going to see, anything cute about this, especially being that he's the same age as your grown son. People are going to have opinions. So I think instead of her looking for attention, on International Women's Day, like this was supposed to be cute, she should have kept the shit to herself. Everything is not for social media. Everything is not social media's business. So I think that's what she should have done. So I don't feel any ways about what she's typing, because that should be common sense. You're 40. But again, we live in a world where people just want attention, and then once they get the backlash, then they don't want the attention. Well, no, this is the attention that you ordered. Enjoy. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a very crazy situation. Again, I think a lot of the hate, I get it. I get why people feel away. It's weird. It's tactless. She's having a kid that's the same age as her kid. It is weird. You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that she took him or whatever, she slid in after the child that she was babysitting broke up with him. It's weird. But I don't feel like a lot of the guys who are knocking her and calling her a pass around, not every, washed up NBA player who's 40 plus has a Drea story and has a pass around story. Like, shut the fuck up. Because most of y'all were pass arounds, as quiet as it's kept. So I find that very, very tacky. Because again, they don't have the same energy for men who are in these same situations. And missing with men and women are different and all that. No, that's just what y'all tell yourselves to make you feel better. Men and women are not different. It's disgusting. Have some self-respect for yourself. Stop creating broken homes. Stop having multiple kids by multiple baby daddies, multiple baby mamas. It's not cute. I don't care if it's a male or a female. So unless people are ready to have that conversation, leave her alone. Yeah, like people be talking and be straight up community peen. Like, I know community peen ain't having an opinion. Everybody done fuck that. How are you any different from her being a pass around? Community peen ain't cute. Y'all out here messing with people's pH balances. So to me, it's one and the same. It's one and the same. Somebody said I'm triggering the chat. I don't give a damn. Y'all can stay triggered. That's my opinion. Just like I tell people all the time, people get mad like, I think it's weird that you think it's okay just because it's legal. Bitch, don't get mad at me. Go change the laws in your state. What do y'all want me to do on YouTube? The law is 18 plus. You can start making porn at 18 plus. So the only thing you control is your household. If you don't want your child, who's 18 to 21 dating a grown man or dating a grown woman, then you control your household. You don't control the world. So ranting and raving and crying about the age thing in my comments, that goes in one ear, not the other. Don't pick it in my comment section, bitch. Go pick it downtown. Go picket your laws. It's that simple. Until then, the law is 18 plus. So none of them are doing anything illegal. You can wish it, you can cry, but it's not illegal. Point blank, period. Just like people kept asking me, well, you got a 23-year-old son. What if your 23-year-old son knocked up Drea? Last time I checked, 23 is grown. If he finds himself in a situation with an older woman, that is his grown business. What y'all want me to do? Some of y'all out here right now at 23 and got 3 baby daddies at 23. Ain't can't nobody tell you shit. Why? Because you're grown. So, I mean, you can only instill so much in your children. Your children are going to do what they want to do at the end of the day. Not about to sit here and regulate what grown folks do. Per the law, they're grown. It's that simple. You ain't got to like it. But again, don't take it up and pick it in my comment section. Go pick it with your senators and your mayors and the people who change laws in your city and state. I remember a lady wrote one time that nobody, what she say, it should be illegal to have sex with somebody if they're not over the age of 25. Girl, keep dreaming. Ain't nobody waiting until 25 to do anything. So again, it's all wishful, mush mouth thinking. I'm not about to get myself worked up over something that's not illegal. Okay, you can say that it's immoral, but again, people only bring up morality when it's something that they don't like. Because there's a lot of things that people do that are immoral. We should also be treating each other better. You should also be taking care of your neighbors and looking out for other people's kids and, you know, being a stiller person in the community. All of that is moral, and a lot of people don't do that either. So we don't want to play the morality game. It's that simple. So, you know, like I said, I see both sides, but I just feel like a lot of people are like going out their way to shame her, but they don't have the same energy for the men who do the same thing. So that's just my opinion. Y'all ain't got to agree, child. I could care less. It is what it is. Lex says, right, the hypocrisy is crazy. It is. Because again, people will say that a 23-year-old is grown in this instance, but then in this instance, they're not grown. So they're old enough to go to war, die at war. They're old enough to drink, but then in other instances, they're not grown. So I don't got time. I don't have the energy. So again, the only thing you can control is your household and your children. And, you know, we all pray that our children, you know, go down the right path and listen to the things that we've instilled in them. But then we also have to understand that our children are humans. They're going to make mistakes, just like we did when we were their age. And you got to give your kids grace, just like they got to give us grace, because there ain't no perfect parents out here. So it's a two-way thing. But like I said, I just feel like she definitely knew what she was doing. And so now, you know, the typing on Instagram and, oh, I feel like I'm at the bottom of a pile. Girl, bye. You put yourself in that situation, and you should have just kept it to yourself. Point blank, period. So if you feel like you're at the bottom of a pile, that's because you dug the ditch. So that's just what that is. See, there's no sympathy as far as that goes. But, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But I think she has every right to defend herself from this Dusty who's claiming that she topped him off. I think she has every right to say, I don't know that man. I've never seen his pee in a day in my life. He's too old to be lying on himself like that. Let's see here. When Ether speaks, she said, hey, T, I just joined the membership. How do I see surviving Nasty Papa videos? Thank you for all you do. If you're just joining the membership, you have to go to my YouTube channel. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick before I go. You got to go to my YouTube channel and everything. You got to hit the membership tab. Give me just a second here. Okay. I'm going to share my tab with y'all real quick so y'all can see. Okay, so once you join the membership, you come to my channel and you click membership tab. And the membership tab will have everything you need to see. So I'll have the link, and you just need to keep scrolling down. People will like literally go to the first thing and be like, I don't see the other surviving ditties. You got to keep scrolling. There's I post all the time. You got to keep scrolling. Y'all literally like will click on one thing and then cry. So keep scrolling, y'all, and then you will see like all the stuff. So that's how you get to the deep dives. And then I also posted, I think a week ago, like all the links to like the deep dives for people who were asking. So just keep scrolling down and you'll see them. So on top of that, I think I got everything covered. Let me make sure. I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. Okay, I'm going to read these last few super chats. I'm going to get up out of here. It's 4 o'clock. Time is flying. person. Let's see. Kayla Santan says, hey, Tia, you doing any meetups with your Austin tea sippers or going to any events? I've been loving your videos for years, and I'm from Minnesota, but I live in Austin now and would love a chance to say hi. I don't have any real meetups planned. I know I'm meeting with some tea sippers in a bit. We're probably just going to have dinner. But I don't have like any like real meetups planned or anything like that. But if you're in the Discord, just email me. Let's see here. Carmela Stevenson 10 says, Drea and the NBA player know what they're doing. She needed an extra check. He feels like he needs to be attached to a woman, aka a beard. I saw that video of him letting the guy dry hump him. Yeah. I definitely feel like they're both in cahoots together. And especially when she did that interview with the Shade Room saying that she's not looking to be in a relationship, but she wants a baby. So he was the perfect candidate. She's not looking for a real family. She just wants a kid and a check. Let's not forget that. Pat Williams says, now if black men could only be pressed about systematic issues and improving the community, hashtag priorities. Yes, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Blatino Boy says, bandits will be mad at Drea bagging Jalen, but we have infantilized black men. Notice they address Jalen as a boy. Accountability and black man don't go hand in hand. So blame the black women instead. Yeah, I've been noticing that too. And again, you know, as somebody who's older, to me, he is a baby, right? Because he's young enough to be my kid. And I even talk like that with some of y'all on Discord. Like, to me, y'all, if you're young enough to be my kid, to me, like, you are a baby, right? Not saying that you're a kid, though. You're not a boy. But, you know, that's like my little baby. That's like, you know, she's young enough to be my daughter. He's young enough to be my son. Like, I say that all the time. But, no, at the end of the day, he's grown. He's not a boy. A boy is somebody who is under the age of 18. Okay? So, no, he's not a boy. He's young. He's a young person. But he's not a boy. And I have noticed that language, too, when it comes to him. He's a boy. But when it comes to Lotto's little sister, she's not a little girl. She's grown. She's fast. Oh, she thinks she's all that because she pulled Drake. You know, so it's always different when it's a young black girl. Even young black girls who are underage are seen as grown. Look how many people called the girl that R. Kelly was pissing on fast. And that was a child. That was a legit child. And she didn't get barely as much sympathy as I've seen for Jalen. Only because he's rich. And he's a baller. He's an NBA baller. But the little girl who was pissed on by the pissy Pied Piper, you know, she was fast. She was a whore. So it's sad. Hold on. My page just refreshed here. Okay, Shelby Kiana says, hey, Auntie, my only problem was she had a baby by someone the same age as her son. But other than that, she's grown and that is her business. Yes. I do think that is kind of weird just because they are literally the same exact age. You know, so... I don't even know whose name this is. Is it P-Blue? P-Blue sent 5 says people saying that a rich person cheating. People saying that a rich person creating broken homes tends to overlook one thing. Time is the greatest currency you can ask for. Amen. Yeah, I hate that response. I really do. Just because somebody has money and wealth, that doesn't negate anything. You know, money's fine, right? You know, money does make the world go round. It does help. You know, we don't want him, you know, having 30 kids and they're all, you know, on government assistance. But like this person says, it's about time. Watching those kids grow up, actually rearing them, being there for them. And there's no way that one man can do that. Unless they all live on some type of commune together in one household. There's no way. Ramos Senpai says, my sister and I were just talking about how Marquise Houston didn't get that much heat when he married that 19-year-old girl and he was 40. Now, with Marcus Houston, he did get a lot of heat. A lot of people still drag Marcus Houston. The issue with Marcus Houston is this. Now, granted, he married her at 19, but let's keep it real. He's been smashing that girl since she was about 15. She ran away at 15 with Marcus and Chris Stokes and all them, and then popped up once she was legal. So that, and the people were dragging him and still drag him. His situation is different. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he had just met her at 19 and got with her at 19, was like, she's beautiful, I want to be my wife, that is his business. She's grown, he's grown. I wouldn't have gave two shits. But their situation is different. He had been grooming that girl since she was 15. And she ran away. And even Chris Stokes' weird ass wife or ex-wife, she came out trying to distance herself not too long ago. Because the shit is about to hit the fan with Chris Stokes. That whole camp is under investigation. So now you see people who sat by and watched all that nonsense play out. They're solely trying to disengage and remove themselves. Just like with the R. Kelly situation. They're doing the same thing with Chris Stokes. So, with the Marcus one, he don't get a pass from me. Because that was a straight up runaway. MJB Santin says, welcome to Austin. Here are some of my favorite spots. Rolling Smoke, Dadu's, Bob's Downtown, and Justin's. Hope you have a good time. Let me go ahead and copy and paste. Thank you for those ideas. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm going to write them down real quick so I have them. Y'all have a lot of food trucks. I've never seen nothing like it. Y'all have a lot of food trucks out here. Very interesting. Somebody says, T, have you seen the video of Killer Mike and other black men and RFK whining about child support? I heard about it, but I've been so busy I have not watched it. I'm confused. Why is he crying? He's married and I'm assuming all his children by his wife. I might be wrong, but what is he crying for? He actually did the right thing. He actually got married and had children with one woman. So he really shouldn't be on child support. I might be wrong. Does he have an older child or something he's paying child support for? Is the video short? Because I low-key want to see the videos. The video short? Because if it's long, I don't want to watch it. Because I got to get ready to get up out of here. I'm going to have to watch it. Oh, they're divorced? When did Killer Mike get divorced? Kiki? I didn't know he was divorced. His wife was real cool. I met them both. They're both real cool. He's paying child support? Okay, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Killer Mike and child support. I didn't know, because that's what confused me. Because I'm like, why would he be crying about child support? Because I knew he was married. So before I pull it up, was there any discussion, for these men who are crying about child support, as far as like birth control, not having multiple baby mamas? Was that part of the discussion as well, or is it wishful hope? Is it wishful thinking? I'm trying to find a short video. Did they post it in the Shade Room? Damn. Let me see if it was on the Shade Room. I just want to find like a short clip. Because I heard about it, but I did not watch it. Okay, here goes a short one. Let me see. Here goes a short clip.
So back to child.
Okay, here it is. Hold up.
Support. I think the solution.
Okay, I found it. He clapping, so he mad. Hold on. When people clap, they're hot. All right, we're going to watch this together. I haven't seen it, so I ain't got my tiny violin, y'all, so I don't know what he's about to say. I've never seen this before, but let's check it out. All right, let's see here. Where'd it go? Okay, there we go.
Back to child. I think the solution is no matter what. 2 years. Young woman gets pregnant as a teenager. Young man and woman get pregnant. This is a 2-year plan. First 2 years are debt free. You don't have to pay the government anything back. So she doesn't get to drag him into court and say, and the court doesn't say, you owe us money for investing in your child through food programs, through early Head Start programs. Because in those 2 years, the boy has the option, or not even the option, he has the demand of the co-man to then go to a trade school. You have to go to a trade school, which incentivizes the United States to do it, because we need more tradespeople. We don't have enough carpenters, we don't have enough electricians, we don't have enough people building roads. In my community, the girls are going to college and graduating. They have no men to marry because the boys are not going to college in the same way. My teachers were married to a tradesman. My teacher, who we call doctor, her husband owned a locksmith company. Her husband was a carpenter, was a mechanic. So they had a good life. Their kids went to school right the same schools we went to.
I'm sorry, I forgot to mute it. He didn't really say too much. Is that the clip? Is that the main clip y'all was talking about, or is there another clip? Hold on. That's not the clip? Because I'm like, he sounded kind of reasonable right there. Okay, so that's not the clip. Let me see if I can find another clip. Hold on. I got too many damn pages up. Okay. Let me see if I can find another one. Because he sounded kind of reasonable there. Everything else, like all the videos are like an hour long. I don't want to listen to him rant and rave for an hour about child support. Oh, here goes another one. Let me see. This one's 2 minutes long.
Back to child support.
Okay, let's watch this one real quick. I'm gonna mute my microphone. We're gonna watch this one. Hopefully this one works, or he says what he needs to say in this one.
I think the solution is this, and I'm out your way. First 2 years are debt free. You don't have to pay the government anything back. So she doesn't get to drag him into court and say, and the court doesn't say, you owe us money for investing in your child through food programs, through early Head Start programs. Because in those 2 years, the boy has the option, or not even the option, he has the demand of the co-man to then go to a trade school.
I can't do the music. Like, why do we need a soundtrack? Like, people just... I hate when people add a soundtrack to stuff. Let me see if I can find it on the Shade Room. Like, why? And then the music is louder than what he's saying. Like, why add a soundtrack? Just play the man's audio. People kill me with that nonsense. Let's see here. I think the Shade Room might have posted it. Looks like he's saying the same thing in all these. He's in that barbershop.
The solution is this, and I'm out your way.
It's the same thing he's saying that I just played. If y'all can find me the timestamp, or let me, post the link and then tell me the timestamp of the part that y'all disagree with, because I gotta get ready to go. Because, yeah, I'm not finding... I keep seeing the same clip. Let me see if anybody has like the timestamp. $51 minutes. I need the link though. Y'all got the timestamp. I need the link. Somebody post the link in there. Yeah, I don't see the, I'm looking to see if anybody posted the link. Okay, so Jackson 499, he said basically he's trying to make the government force boys to go to trade school instead of forcing child support. The white guy is a Kennedy running for president. Yep, I know him. Okay. So that's the gist of everything, basically. Is that he doesn't want people to pay child support. They should just go to trade school. How about just going to trade school and not knocking somebody up? Is that not a thought? You know what I mean? Like, how about just like not having a child on the way and just going to trade school? I mean, that could be an option too. So while he's in trade school, you know, working to get a trade, how is this baby eating? And so where are the Pampers coming from? Where is the Similac coming from? The baby can't eat trade schooling. So the woman is just supposed to be taking care of the child and financially because he's in trade school? Because if she's in college and going to school, she still has to financially feed that child, clothe the child as well. So I'm confused. Why can't both parents go to school, better themselves for their child, and still pay to take care of their child? He says the money should come from the government. Absolutely not. I don't want my tax dollars going towards because, you know, Ray don't know how to keep his peen in his pants and LaQuisha want to fuck everything. No. The government is us. I don't want to pay for Becky and John because they're knocked up as teenagers. No. You have to get up and work and take care of your child. That's not nobody else's job. That's not the government's job. The government barely has money for people who need Social Security. Can we talk about that? By the time a lot of us end up retiring, there's no Social Security. But somehow we're supposed to come up with money for people who are reckless with their body parts and got pregnant. No. How about we mentor and coach people and let them know, you know, what they need to do to prevent pregnancy. And if they find themselves pregnant, okay, well, now you got to put on your big girl drawers, your big boy boxers, get a job, go to school, and take care of your child. And if you choose not to take care of your child willingly, then by force, the government will force you via child support. Yeah, I don't get that plan. That doesn't make sense. That's not the government's job to take care of grown folks or even teen parents. You have to get up and work and take care of your children. You brought them into this world. It is your job to be financially responsible for them, both the man and the woman. Now, has child support turned into a hustle for some people? Absolutely. I'd be a lie if I acted like it didn't. Do you have some women out here who strictly get pregnant just to get a child support bag? Absolutely. And they're just as trash as the men who are out here creating broken homes. Because at the end of the day, the child suffers. So I don't think child support should be a hustle for anybody. Your job as a parent, first and foremost, is to take care of a child that you decide to bring into this world. So yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't think it's anybody's job to fund people's decisions. You guys chose to fuck. I wasn't there. I didn't bust a damn nut. Like, no, that's the result of y'all's, you know what I'm saying, creep spree. Got nothing to do with me. So no, you should take care of your child financially. The father and the mother. And still encourage them to go to trade school. Still encourage them to go to college. Encourage them to take parenting classes. Be mentors to them. I think that's even better. We have a lot of horrible parents. And a lot of them are bad parents because parenting doesn't come with a handbook. I think that money would be better used teaching people how to be a parent. The child is here now. You're paying the financial responsibilities for the child now. But do you know how to raise that child to be emotionally secure, responsible, to be a good contributor to society? I think that's where maybe, you know, mentorship and government funding should go in. Helping people become better parents. But just, you know, giving somebody a check because they had a kid because you want to give it to the child support system, to me, is silly. And let's not forget the reason why a lot of these, while child support became popular, unfortunately, and why it had to be implemented, because a lot of men would knock up women and just disappear. Just not take care of their child willingly. How many times have we seen situations? Hell, we can take Terrell Owens. Remember, his mom was a side chick. The daddy knocked her up. I think she was a lot younger than the daddy. He literally lived right around the corner from his father and his father's family. He had no idea that was really his family. The father never went over there one time to see that boy. Didn't pay no type of money. Didn't help the mother out. The mother struggled to raise Terrell Owens on her own. And that's how it was a lot of times back in the day. Men would have all these kids and, you know, have a kid with this woman and that woman. And it doesn't matter the race. I mean, this is not a black thing. White men as well, you know what I'm saying? And they would not financially take care of them. They felt like if I'm not with this woman and I'm not in the household, that's on you. That's how a lot of men's mentality were. And then at some point in time, you know, they're like, okay, we're not going to do that anymore. Now we're implementing the child support system. You're going to take care of these kids by force. Because the government got tired of, you know, having to take care of all these men's kids and, you know, giving out government assistance and Section 8 and all that stuff. So then they implemented child support. And here we are now in 2024. So again, I think the best deterrent to not get on child support is to, one, strap up, don't get somebody pregnant. And also, like I always say, understand that if you're sleeping with somebody, that person always has a potential to be your baby's mother, your baby's father. And if you don't see yourself being with that person for the long run, if you don't think that they're a good parent, then you shouldn't be sleeping with them. Because at any point in time, you can get pregnant. So, I mean, those are things that we need to be teaching young people. If you don't see that person as a good father or a good mother, or somebody that you can see yourself, even if you're not together, right? Because people break up all the time. But if you can't see that person being fit or being a good parent or having the same morals or the same way that you were raised with the same values and implementing that into y'all's child, then y'all shouldn't be sleeping together. It's that simple. So, yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Kiana said, T looking slim and gorgeous. Thank you, Kania. Appreciate you. All right, so that was it. I didn't expect to go into this whole child support conversation, but I appreciate y'all. I've been out here for 2 hours. So I'm going to get ready to log off. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Sorry about the freeze in the middle. I don't know what that was about, but I appreciate it. Maybe I'll go live again before I leave Austin. I'll be here for a few days, so I might go live again. But I hope you guys end up enjoying the rest of y'all's day, and I will talk to y'all later. Let me go ahead and do my little outro, child. Thank you for watching the show. You are very much appreciated.